Hey kids, this is Kalir. Let's play DoomRL some more.
This is DT Sun.
Yeah, we got someone who actually knows the game again this time. So when we last left off...
This was an Angel of Max Carnage run, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you're playing Chainfire builds, which...
I love Chainfire builds.
Yeah, Chainfire kind of really works well with Angel of Max Carnage.
It's that problem of accuracy that just doesn't happen, because pretty much everything will hit.
Yeah, and it's not just, well, as a sort of side effect of that, one of the really big downsides of a chain firing build is that you tend to burn through your ammo really quickly. But since you're always hitting, this isn't really a problem.
Oh, that's true. I don't know, I just get the idea that firing at everything from behind corners with quick, fatal shots, like, this is more like Gears of War or something.
I've never played Gears of War.
I've seen people play it, and I got killed in it a couple times, but I haven't honestly played it, so... I might know nothing about Gears of War. There's probably someone out there going, "You're doing Gears of War wrong."
I really haven't played many first-person shooters aside from Halo and Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, that's about the extent of my first-person shooter whatevers. I mean, oh wait, no, there's this old Steam game that I played called Natural Selection. It's you had this one side that was like the Marines and whatever, and you had one side that was aliens. Difference being that the aliens could evolve into different forms. They started out as like little zergling dudes that could eat people, and then you could evolve them into like flying guys or giant rhinos or whatever.
Huh.
And then the human guys, they had a commander who could see over the map like it was a real-time strategy game. They could place buildings and weapons and stuff.
Sounds pretty interesting.
It was interesting, but I was terrible at it.
Okay, now one of the things about Angel of Max Carnage is that even if you're shooting at something that's outside of your line of sight, you still have about a 50% chance of hitting it. This is not exactly true in a normal game.
How so? Like, how does the accuracy change between this and a normal game?
Well, I'd have to sort of talk about the nitty-gritty mechanics of the accuracy in order to really explain that.
Well, go ahead.
The way accuracy works in this game is that you have a to-beat number, and in order to determine whether an attack hits or not, it rolls 3d6 and determines whether the result is lower than your to-beat number.
Huh.
Although if you roll a 17 or an 18, then you always miss.
That's kind of weird.
If I recall correctly, Angel of Max Carnage just gives you a plus 12 to all of those rolls. So most of the time, it really doesn't matter what you're firing or where you're firing at. You just get a 95% chance of hitting. In addition to that, firing at faraway enemy. The only exception to this that I can think of would be firing at a faraway enemy, because for every 3 squares away an enemy is, you take -1 to your accuracy roll. So if you're shooting at something that's at the far end, that's way at the other end of the map, then you're still going to have a fairly low accuracy rating.
Unless you're using like a rocket launcher or whatever, in which case the splash will probably hit it anyway.
Yeah. And so there you have it. That's how accuracy works in DoomRL.
I think I actually prefer that to the, like in normal dice rolling games you have, okay, I have a d20. I roll it, I add this if it's higher than whatever I hit, because there's less variance with this method, I suppose, even though it is perhaps a bit complex.
Yeah, and some weapons have different accuracy ratings than others, and shotguns always hit if the target's within range, but other than that, it's...
Ooh, there's an invincibility.
I don't know if I want to say it's easy to understand, but it's fairly straightforward.
With that invincibility. I want those guys to be away from the invincibility so I can have it. I can just run up to dudes. Now I'm playing, I don't know, some game where you don't ever worry about getting hit. I'm playing as Laser Kirby. We'll call it that.
Yeah, that works for me.
But I can't.
You don't really care if you get hit in Kirby either.
Nah, and that's fine. Okay, now I care if I get hit. Maybe I should have gone out of range of the commando or captain or whatever the hell that thing is.
So, how about that new DoomRL version?
Oh yeah, there was a new version released. Just earlier today, was it? Or yesterday or something?
Yes, it was today.
It's a new version and it changes the structure, I guess, of the game pretty heavily. Because, like before, you have this part here, and then you go to hell, and then you kill the cyber demon, and that's it. Now they have 3 parts to the game.
Yep. You have here it's 15 levels of Phobos, and then 10 levels of Hell. In the new version, it's 8 levels of Phobos, 8 levels of Deimos, and 8 levels of Hell, which is, from what I gather, more accurate to Doom itself. And the Cyber Demon is no longer the final boss, which is also more accurate to Doom.
Yeah, I only know so much about Doom itself, so hey, if it's more game, it's more interesting game, then I'll take it.
I've still never played Doom myself. I'm just sort of going by wiki knowledge.
Well, we're only going to have one more run to show that off before I hand it back over to Steve for whatever it is he's doing for his end thing. Because he was doing an end thing last I checked, which was a couple years ago or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said that once I wrapped up all this, he wanted to do some kind of marathon thing with this, so that's something to look forward to. Also, I have 2 ammo chains.
Ammo chains can be pretty fun on a pistol user. Because one of the big downsides to pistol builds is the need to reload. It's kind of a weak link in your attack pattern.
Right. And that's why speed loaders are so important in an Angel of Marksmanship run.
Actually, the last time I did a pistol run, I never built a speed loader. I just used ammo chains when I needed to reload quickly.
Well, that could work. Right.
Which is mostly when fighting arachnotrons.
No one likes arachnotrons.
Well, that's too bad because the new final boss is an arachnotron.
No!
On the bright side, he doesn't shoot plasma. He just shoots bullets at you.
Oh, well, that's an improvement, I suppose, because bullets are a lot easier to deal with than plasma.
The downside is that the bullets really, really hurt.
Well, of course they do, because bullets and all. I'm just remembering the run I did a little while ago where I got the secret ending and how I had, like, a nanoskin energy shielded vest or something, and that would actually not be that helpful against that. Although it still would be, because, like, 5 points of armor, so you don't really care anyway.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever made it so you can't make the nano-manufacture BFG anymore.
They did, and you can't even make it in this version. You're right here.
Oh.
Which, I sort of consider it a good thing, because, really, when you could make a nano-manufacture BFG, then that was really the only thing you should ever do with a nanopack.
Yeah, and the nanopack has so many cool things that you can do with it that it's like, why just waste it on that?
The other thing is, nano-manufacture BFG is fun once. After that, it's just kind of, okay, I won.
I'll just shoot everything until it dies, and it will die, because I have an infinite ammo BFG. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different...
Fun once.
I want to make a demolition chain gun sometime. Not because it'd be, practical or anything, just because I can rapid fire explosions. Where are we? We're in a place. There are med packs that I don't really think I need.
Yeah, you're kind of killing most of the things before they have a chance to get a shot off at you.
That's the thing about Max Carnage is if you kill everything before it kills you, you don't really need to heal.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual in a roguelike for the ideal way to get out of a bad situation being to kill whatever's going to kill you before it has a chance to. Usually what you need to do is you need to find a way to get out of the situation.
I don't know, I kind of like the idea, even though it gets a little samey after a while, because oftentimes
I like the idea too, it's just a little unusual.
Like, I remember playing this one RPG, this tactical thing, Devil Survivor or something, and there was this one boss where there's a whole bunch of odds against you, which there usually are in that game, because it's an SMT game and those hate you. Also, what are those boots? I want those boots.
Acid proof.
Yes! I will make myself acid proof, and I will walk around in the acid because no one's gonna stop me. But yeah, there was this one boss that basically the odds were pretty much against me, so I figured, okay, I have one objective. I need to kill one guy, and that's it. So I just bum rushed the guy with everything I had. If I didn't kill him that turn, I would have lost, but I killed him that turn, and so I won the mission, and it was awesome.
I've never actually played an SMT game. Probably need to get around to that someday.
They're pretty good, but they're very, very mean. On the other hand, if you like being able to make the best thing in the game that nothing can kill ever, it's very, very accommodating for that, I suppose. But over here, we do not care about befriending and negotiating with demons. We care about shooting them until they die to death. And also going into their armories and taking their stuff while shooting them to death.
I love this level. I don't even know why, I just do.
It's because it gives you mods. At least that's why I love the level.
Nah, not really. I mean, I just like the layout.
I don't know, it's kind of interesting, I suppose.
There's a few different ways you can approach it. You can just sort of try barreling right down the middle and killing everything. You can try to sneak around the side to get to the weapons at the back.
Yeah, I always just go straight through the middle, opening each door as I come across, except for the one with the arachnotrons. I want to make sure there's nothing else that I need my stuff for before I go after them.
I've usually taken to opening the doors with the arachnotrons behind them from a distance with a shotgun, and then just sort of letting them wander into the corridor where I can blast them.
What I prefer to do is I prefer to open up the door and then hurry into melee range so they can't shoot at me. Because once they're actually in melee range, they're really harmless.
Yeah. They actually have a negative resistance to melee attacks.
Yeah, I've heard that. So if you are like a melee build, then you can just run up and hit them a couple of times and they'll die. Maybe even you can one-shot them.
You don't even really need to be a melee build. Sometimes I just take the chainsaw from the chain port and disembowel them with it, even if I don't have any levels of brute.
That's probably a good idea, but I like my inventory spaces too much to bother carrying around a chainsaw just in the case that I get in close range with an arachnotron.
Well, I usually just throw the chainsaw away after the Hell's Armory.
Oh, well, yeah, because there is that one guaranteed encounter of it. Get out of here, demon.
Let's see, is there anything good in there?
There's combat shotguns, but we already have those. And I guess a rocket launcher? Oh yes, a pistol. We're definitely going to need this. Ah well, sometimes you can get really good stuff there, but we didn't get any this time. Oh well.
Time for the arachnotrons.
Yep. Let's lure him close to the door. Get over here. Get over here. You're being difficult. Dang it. Did I just push that guy right up next to me by bouncing him off the wall or something?
No, arachnotrons have high speed.
Oh. That would have been funny if that was what happened.
I mean, I think it maybe could happen if you've been firing an explosive weapon and it hit the wall behind the arachnotron.
Right. I'm just thinking it might be fun to just ricochet him off the wall like Smash Brothers or something. I don't know.
Speaking of explosions, the new Arch files in the newest version of DoomRL, they're pretty mean.
Are they meaner than they already were? Because they're already pretty mean, what with being able to revive people instantly and also hit you instantly and also move all in the same turn.
Yeah, well, currently they do, or in this version that you're playing here, they do 11 damage, which corresponds to about 22% health.
Right.
It's plasma-based damage.
Mm-hmm.
In the next version, they deal 20 damage, that's about 40%, and it's fire-based. Fire-based means you can shrug it off more easily with armor.
Yeah. Plus you can even make fireproof armor.
Yeah, it also means that it absolutely destroys cover, though. So, have fun with that.
Damn it, Shambler, quit running away. I'm challenging the Shambler and Angel Max Carnage. I feel smart. I feel scarred, because that lightning hurt like hell.
A pretty fun thing you can do well, you can do it in any mode, but especially on Angel and Max Carnage, is as soon as you pull the lever, just blind fire a few missiles to the left.
That's what I try to do sometimes, but it doesn't always work. Anyway, we know how to make an elephant gun now. This will totally be useful.
I actually don't know if I've ever built that, and I like shotguns.
I think it'd be useful, only there's better things you could spend your mods on, I think. But I think we're done for now, so... I'm Khalil, this is DT Sun, this has been Let's Play DoomRL. Later.